Hello, trading has closed on October 6, 2025. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for Tuesday, which is October 7th, 2025. Remember, it's just a plan at this point. I can change it, I can be wrong, and trade at your own risk. Also, I don't know what overnight futures are going to do when they open for trading later today. Look for the pattern with the early high, which is this, and tomorrow should also have the early high. We had a target, 67.40.99. I thought it might not print, but it did print, and as usual, it was a support resistance area. This is a reminder of what we said. Commonest thing was a gap and prompt move outside the day's range. We got the gap. We came within a point of trading outside Friday's range, but we didn't do it. And even if we did, it wouldn't have been prompt. So that didn't work. We didn't get a close little change, so neither one of those things happened. Early on, we had an optional buy signal. We had an ultimate buy signal that clearly worked with an optional lower target. The optional target hasn't printed yet, 67.1880. It doesn't have to print, but when I checked for 1 calendar year, it worked 95% of the time. And if it doesn't print tomorrow, we'll just forget it. Just remember that this is a strong bull market, and trades at this point that go for lower targets or counter trend trades, you can't really let them go against you by too much. We did get a buy signal in the afternoon that played out immediately. We got a bit more than we needed to, but there's no law against that. It's time to look at our DeMark accounts. We're in the final bar, the monthly bar of a combo sell, but of course the month's not over. It can go up all month and still be in the same signal. We had bar 13 of the combo sell. We now have bar 13 of a sequential sell in alignment with it. And these identify areas of overextended conditions. They're not precise to the day, or in this case even to the week. We could go sharply higher all week, it would still be in bar 13, but it's an area for caution. Now, we don't have to get any more than that, but if we do, and that's an if, by the end of the week we should hit bar 13 of the combo. This is like 11, which doesn't have to obey all the rules, and that's 10 on the sequential. We keep railing all day, all week. We'll be in alignment on multiple time frames. In DeMark's work, it's a powerful signal. It doesn't have to work, but if it works, it can lead to a major change in trend. And if it doesn't work, it should fail in grand style. The thing about the end of this week is that's also a Woodson turn date. So if you don't feel like playing the optional target from today's patterns, I think there'll be the potential for a more rewarding trade on the short side later in the week, even if we don't go all the way to bar 13 on those other patterns, because we already have enough. That doesn't mean we won't, but we don't have to. Now, Tuesday's pattern has a really high regardless of where we open. We'll have to use the mixed signals rules again. It is bullish. Today's normally bearish pattern didn't close near the low. Now again, tomorrow's open can substitute for today's close. And if we open down here, it's the normal bearish pattern. Doesn't mean you close lower, but if that's maintained, that should lead to higher prices. On the other hand, we gapped up, hit a higher high, but closed under intraday highs. Plus there's an optional target at a lower price. So we use the mixed signals rules with some leeway Other people's work identifies Friday, October 10th as a possible change in trend day. Now again, a change in trend can be an acceleration of the existing trend, and things don't look really they don't look really all that awful to me. I think if it is a drop, it'll be recovered, and perhaps relatively quickly. But for us to really break through in grand style after a rally like this certainly doesn't have a lot of precedent. It would take us really far over the upper Bollinger Bands, and right now it's just a date I'm circling on my calendar in my head. I'm not acting on it yet. Just remember, if we get a change in trend on October 10th, a lot of other people's work is calling for it. And it wouldn't surprise me if we reversed on that date, although I'm not risking money on it yet. Tomorrow has the early high, and that's today's call.